What is up, everybody? Back again with another video. Today in this video was an unexpected haul from Jonak Toys. Even though they were having their July 4th sale, I was about to not get anything until one of my previous videos someone commented and said that I used the wrong torso or armor in general for Hawk. So yeah, if you paid attention to that video, I used a 501st torso, arms, and legs when it should just be all plain and regular. I literally looked at the source material beforehand, even used it on the actual thumbnail, and I didn't think anything of it until someone actually pointed it out. So thanks to them for pointing it out, and that created this haul and another video for me personally, which led to me to getting some actual figures that I was planning to get later down the line, but now I decided to get them now in this video. So you already know one thing that's going to be a part of it, but with that being said, let's get into this video. Start off, I'm going to start with the most obvious thing, and that is the correct torso and arms and legs for a Hawk to make him 100% accurate this time. And I have to say for sure, while I'm trying to replace him, is that this was the fastest package I actually got from Jonak Toys. So I ordered, I believe, Sunday, which was like the last day of the sale, and today is actually Thursday and it arrived. So that's definitely a lot quicker than normal. Like I said, it's usually about 1.5, maybe 2 weeks. That seemed to be my past experience. Oh, put the wrong hand on the wrong side, and I do not feel like taking the gun out of the one, so it's maybe a little lazy, but there we go. But yeah, it definitely was a lot quicker than normal. I don't know if that has something to do with the size of the order or what, but I have seen that he's been more on top of things and staying in touch with his customers just through his Instagram page. But yeah, in a few seconds here, about to have an accurate Hawk. Thanks again to the one that actually pointed it out. So as you can see, there we go. He's 100% accurate for phase 1, that is, and I will use probably the old torso for another pilot in the future, or else replace some of the knockoff bodies of pilots I have for some of my other 501st ones. So there is that. Now the next thing in this package is actually, I'm trying to figure out which one's going to be cooler to actually show last. I think I'm going to go with this one. So this figure, I believe everything was, I think it was maybe 15% off. That's probably wrong, maybe 10. But this figure I will never get or be able to afford in real life. So I decided to just get his one version that he had, because I thought it was pretty good. And also compared to the actual Lego version, it has a certain face print that is more kind of like reminiscent of another figure, which once I show off this one, you probably will start getting an idea of what the other figure is if you know his store 100%, or just from some of the hints that I already gave. So yeah, I will never be able to afford this figure, and that is why I'm going to show him without his helmet first. Decided to get a kind of his own printed version of a Cloud City Boba Fett. And one difference is that he does actually come with that face print, which is reminiscent of the OG Jangofett figure, and I thought that was pretty cool, just kind of have that on him, and it kind of makes him stand out. But someone puts a black head, it's maybe a little harder to tell what is the more Lego realistic Lego version, which one's not. But yeah, there is that. Figured I'd never be able to afford him, so I got my own. One thing I can kind of see is that the green is a little bit different. I don't know if I'll be able to show it off the best in camera, but it is a little off from the actual helmet. And I think this is an actual Lego helmet. Let me check. So, can't really tell in this light. No, it actually has a Jonak logo inside of it, and I'm sure it's like the same plastic as Lego. But yeah, the green's a little off from the actual torso, so there's a little difference there. That might actually help though when it comes to trying to determine a little difference between the actual Lego one if you're trying to buy the actual Cloud City Boba Fett. And I probably potentially gave away the next figure and last thing of this haul just through some of those hints. So let's just say it runs in the family, if that narrows anything down. And this figure is probably another one I'll never own the Lego. But yeah, kind of definitely a lot more detailed than the actual Lego one. Not 100% like the one from the video game or from the actual set, but I did think it was pretty cool because it stays consistent amongst Cloud City Boba Fett in terms of the style and look. But yeah, this one is another kind of decent, expensive figure in Lego form, but it's a lot more affordable than Cloud City Boba Fett. And this is the last figure and last thing in this haul is another, or not another, but another Fett, I guess you can say. Not I guess, it is. I don't know why I keep saying I guess. But it is Jangofett. I thought it was very nice for what it was. Yes, the actual Lego one kind of has like that bluish purple arms and not detailed like this, and legs are not detailed as well. But the face print is pretty much identical to the actual Lego one, so that is nice. And then overall, this is what the figure looks like with the helmet on. Give me like 2 seconds. There we go. So it's a very, very nice figure overall, and really just kind of gets that OG feel right away. They have a kind of prototype Boba Fett I could have got as well, but I was trying to, since this was not expected for a haul, I decided to kind of keep it under a certain price point, or total that is, so I did not get it. And also just between those three, I figured Jangofett and Boba Fett were a lot better choices than a prototype Boba Fett, which pretty much is just all white and would just have those black outlines to represent the shoulder armor like you can see here and the leg armor. So that's why I avoided it. That's going to wrap up today's video. I know it's a really small haul compared to what you may be used to based on my previous hauls in general, but I have to say I'm glad to actually have an accurate Hawk for phase 1, since I prefer phase 1 pilots a lot more. Also having kind of like a, I guess you can say, pretty close to the actual Lego figure in terms of Cloud City Boba Fett, so that's nice to see. I have kind of like the regular Boba Fett, that's the non-Cloud City version, and I like that figure a lot, but it's nice to get kind of like those prints to close to a figure that I would never be able to afford. And yes, this one probably would be more realistic to afford in terms of real Lego, but I actually like the more added on prints, although it would be nice to get the actual Lego version one day. And yeah, that figure is also pretty expensive, so maybe not, but I'm really glad to just be able to make this video in general, get those figures that I eventually would have got anyways, and have an accurate box at the end of the day. So that's going to wrap up the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a good one.